reasons that I love live video and repurposing live video so much, because it really is so effective and so efficient. Now, the thing that comes up for a lot of people is, okay, I'm going to start repurposing, but oh my gosh, that is a whole nother skill set. And when I started my business, I didn't plan on being a professional repurposer. So today I'm actually going to do something totally new. My name is Molly Mahoney, and I am going to repurpose your content for you today, which is going to be so fun. So I'm going to give us just a minute for everybody to get here. I'm going to pop a question up on the screen, and I would love you to do a few things. If you have a piece of content that you would love repurposed, put it in the chat. This is actually going to be something that we are going to do. I'm going to try and do it at least once a week. It may not be during our normal scheduled showtime. It may be kind of, random. I'll make sure that I let you know. And if you want to get a reminder about that, make sure below this video, I'm going to show you a little thing on the screen in a moment. I'm going to give you this below this video. Give us the word remind me, all one word. I'm going to do this. And when you do that, we'll actually send you, watch this, ready? Okay, here it goes on the screen. When we do that, it will send you a message via Messenger so that you can be reminded. If you don't get that message right away, just know we'll come back. We'll get it to you. We are streaming in several different places today with the magic of Be Live. We love Be Live. And I'm actually going to do your repurposing for you. So I already have a slew of videos that people, and blog posts too. It doesn't have to be a video. It could be a blog post. It could be a social media post that you've done on Instagram. I can repurpose it for you. My goal for this today is for you to see what is possible, because literally you can take one piece of content, even if it's an Instagram post. You can take one piece of content and you can turn it into, I'm going to say, most of our videos, we are able to turn into at least 100 pieces of content, which we don't actually do for every single one. We usually do, I'm going to say 10 to 20 pieces from every single video, which is so awesome. And that's how we're able to create this omnipresent effect, how we're really able to show up in so many different places and drive more traffic back to our offers, back to the way that we can actually support our clients and our customers. It's so good. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go just behind the scenes for 1 second, and I am going to make sure I've got all these links going in the right place. I refreshed my computer right before I started, and so I just want to make sure I've got everything going in the right place. I'm going to play a little song. This is actually a song that I wrote, and I'm going to put a question up on the screen. We're going to take 1 minute. In this 1 minute, I want you to sprinkle this video amongst your community, because I'm literally going to make content, this repurposed content, for anyone. Like anybody who gives me something, I'm going to make something for it. And that's so good, right? It's so fun. So I'm going to play this song right now. It's kind of a fun, funky song that I thought would be fun for us to play. And we're going to play it for about 1 minute. So while we do this, go get your content links, share them in here. If you want to sprinkle this video amongst your community, click that SHARE button. My gosh, my portal just talked back to me again. Okay, here's the song I'm going to play. Ready? Let me know if you can hear it. This is going to be more workshop-y today, a little different than usual. And here's the question I'm sharing with you. Ready?
Frankie says, Mom, watch me look like a duck. Mom, come with me to the ice cream truck. I say, hey, baby, you know that's what I
So what's your favorite type of content to create? Oh.
Do you see? I got a new friend in honesty, and I want to change this world without losing my mind and my heart. So I can choose and I can be free
To create my new normal. We can all get kind of groovy with this. I love it. Oh my gosh, so good. Okay, let's make this happen. All right, we're stepping into our new normal. And this is going to be so fun. All right, so thank you so much for sharing your links down there. And I am going to let you know how we're going to do this. So I have links that are all selected. I've got a bunch of links. And actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pull both from those of you that had submitted links over on my personal profile. I posted about this a while ago. There's also many of you that are here right now live. So I am actually going to select some of the people that are here live right now. Hey, and Kevin, yours is actually one that I had selected earlier. So good. He says, where is this award-winning song found? So I have 5 songs that I've recorded as a part of this new album that we're going to be releasing. And right now they're only in our Camera Confidence program, but eventually, you know, I'll get them out into the world. All right, so this is going to be so good. Here is how we're going to do this. I did not go through these pieces of content before. So this is going to be very workshop-y. I'm going to really show you exactly how I would do this if I was doing it live. So there's no trickery here. This is for real. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with, someone actually submitted a blog post, and that's going to be the easiest one for me to start with because I won't have to watch through pieces of the video. I'm just going to be able to select the words, which I think will be really helpful for you to be able to see how we do that. And then I'm going to move into some of the people who had submitted videos. And here's what I want to tell you. I am going to give you right here, watch what I'm going to bring onto the screen with the magic of BeLive. I have a bunch of resources prepared for you, which I'm actually going to share with you right now. So the first resource that I'm going to give you is, ready for it? The ultimate guide to repurposing content. So this is a huge brand new blog post that I put together that walks you through everything you need to get started with repurposing your content. The tools that I'm using, the strategy that I put into place ahead of time so that my team can jump in and start to take this over. It's a big old guide on how to repurpose content. And so you should be able to see that now in the chat there. I would love to know, if you are watching this over on the BeLive page, I want to make sure you know that I'm going to come over there and share this with you right now because we are streaming in several different places. But BeLive actually allows us to send that link out into the chat while we're live, which is so cool. So here, this is the ultimate guide to content repurposing content. And I'm going to be walking through some of the steps that I use in that big old post where I walk through all the tools and everything. So you can get your hands on that right away. There's no opt-in or anything. It's just right there. I also want to let you know 2 of my favorite tools for repurposing are BeLive. So when we get to the video piece, I'm going to show you when you're doing your own videos, you can actually go in and chop the videos apart right away from inside the BeLive platform. I'm going to show you how to do that. That's going to be really cool. And know if you're not using BeLive yet, I want to make sure that you know that you can actually get a big old chunk off if you use the code Molly. I am honored to be on the team at BeLive, and they've given me that secret code just for you. So if you use just the word Molly, M-O-L-L-Y, you'll be able to get that as well, which is going to be so fun. Laura, I see your video that you submitted over on the BeLive page, which is good too. And then finally, now this one is going to blow your mind. The other tool that we're going to use really heavily today is called InVideo. And InVideo, we will be able to take a blog post, a regular post, even a photo if we wanted to, a video, a podcast, all of these different things. Someone even submitted a podcast intro, which we're going to be able to repurpose that to, and we're going to be using InVideo to do that. So if you are not using InVideo yet, I was talking to my husband about it this morning, and I was like, okay, like for reals though, with the code, which you'll get when you use the link that we have for InVideo, which I'm actually going to share in the chat. You should see it right there. It's just molly.live/InVideo. They have a code for 50% off the annual paid, the pro version right now. And it comes to like a couple cups of coffee. It's like so ridiculous. So if you're not using InVideo yet, get it. You can do a lot of the things that we're going to do today, pretty much everything we're going to do today with the free version as well. So just sign up for the free version, and then you'll be able to walk through the stuff that I'm doing today. Also, last little bit of housekeeping I'm going to share before we jump into actually repurposing the content. This video is going to be a little different than what you may be used to from my videos. So if we've never met before, give me the word new below because I would love to connect. If we have met before and you've been here on our videos, usually when we do these videos, on Wednesday mornings at 10 a.m., which is when we usually do our videos, Pacific time, we're doing very bullet pointed content or interviews and we're sharing, like we have show notes and all of that. This is going to be a little different. I am literally letting you behind the scenes so that you can see exactly how I do this. And we're not going to be doing like Vaughn is here, who's an amazing part of our team who helps us with our repurposing. Where'd you go? Vaughn says, sang, Molly. And Vaughn, we're not doing the speedy recap. We're not doing some of those other things. However, we still are going to be repurposing this video. So I'm going to share with you, I love being kind of meta with our content and showing you what we're doing with this content afterwards also. So at the end, I'm going to show you how we're going to repurpose this too. So good. Okay, so let's get started and it's going to be so fun. So the first thing that I'm going to do, like I said, is I'm actually going to use a blog post submitted by Jody Costello. Now, I wanted to be very real and transparent with you as we do this. So I did not actually prep this ahead of time. I want you to see what it actually takes in order to make this happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to log into InVideo and I am going to bring it up on the screen. And what I actually have with InVideo right now is I am using a pro account, but know that a lot of these things that I'm going to be doing, you can actually do with any type of account with InVideo. And also, like as always, these strategies that I'm teaching will work with just video. It's great strategy as well, in addition to the tools that I love. So just keep that in mind too. Oh, so good. Okay. So I'm going to pull this up into the screen and this is what we're doing. I'm going to actually have myself on the screen too. Plop down here. Okay. And I'm going to hide this little crawler. Okay, and that's a little tip for if you are repurposing your videos and you have some sort of crawler or text on the screen while you're live. You want to think about, do you want that text or crawler to be on the screen after the fact? Now, there are ways that you can like crop pieces of your video out, but I find that it's a little easier if you just, when you're delivering something that you know you want to repurpose, remove a generic crawler like the REMINDME crawler that we have. Okay, so what I'm going to do also, you know what, actually, I shared this tab, but I want you to see the blog post. So let's look at the blog post together. And one of the things that I want to highlight when you're repurposing, like we're going to do with this blog post, is if you can create content that is bullet pointed, it will actually be a little easier to repurpose it. You don't have to. And so I'm going to show you how you can do gifs. I'm going to show you the GIF thing today too, because it's really cool. I'm going to show you how you can do gifs, videos, posts, like TikTok videos even can come from your repurposed content. And we'll do all of those kind of things today. But if you create content that is bullet pointed, it actually can be much more effective and quicker. So we have a spreadsheet that we keep internally, which you can get information about if you go to that ultimate guide. We have this spreadsheet that internally, oh my gosh, my iTunes is freaking out. Or do we call it iTunes anymore? I don't even know. Apple has like confused me. Okay, so we have this spreadsheet that after every single video that I do, I write out the bullet points and it makes it really easy for my team to be able to go back in and repurpose it. So if you think with the end in mind, that can be so helpful. All right, so here we go. Let's do this again. Ready? Ta-da. So the blog post that was shared by Jody is what to do when you must resolve conflicts with contractors. Conflict management. Okay. So what I'm going to do first is Contractors from Hell is the name of this company, which I hadn't even noticed before. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the overall branding on this page as well, right? So you can see that there's this kind of reddish color. And if you use a tool, which hopefully, I don't know if you can see, but I'm going to use a tool called the color, can you see that? Let me see. You can't see it. Okay. I'm using a tool called just a color picker. It's an extension, a Chrome extension that allows me to go pick the actual color from this blog post. So I can grab the color. So the branding colors are consistent as we go through. And then another extension that I'm using is called Clipboard History Pro. And Clipboard History Pro will allow me to save. This is going to be so, but I'm sorry, your mind's actually going to be blown. So Clipboard History Pro, if I could see my computer, is actually going to allow me to save the bullet points from this blog post to my clipboard, similar to how a phone works. So I'm going to save the title. I'm just going to select it, copy it. Then I'm going to go down here and I'm going to say, the way that this blog post is written is perfect for this type of repurposing. So I'm actually just going to go through. I'm not even reading it. I'm just going through and I'm like lightly reading it, but I'm to make sure it like makes sense. But I'm going to grab all these headers because it looks like Jody has done a great job of creating this bullet pointed content, right? That's all I had to do there. Now I'm going to move into InVideo. And what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to select one of these text to video templates. Watch, I click text to video. I'm going to keep an eye on your questions. You couldn't see the blog? Dang it. Shoot. Okay, hold on. That's totally Molly user error. Thank you. Jeepers creepers. Let me do it one more time. Application window. Oh, I think I did Chrome tab again. Let me just show you the blog post because that part is so easy. Do you see it now? Hold, ready? You do. Okay, perfection. Can you see the blog post now? You can. So a little Be Live tip, which I just did wrong. You don't want to select the Chrome tab. You want to select the whole window, and that will allow you to actually show different things within the Chrome tab. So we can see this whole window now here too. So what I did is I used the clipboard, the color picker to just select this color on the top, this kind of reddish color on the top. And then, okay, perfect. You can see it. Hooray. I'm doing my best to keep an eye on your questions too. And then as I went down, literally all I did was I double clicked on the title like this, and I'm just Command C, or however you copy things on your computer. I just copied all of these different headers from Jody's blog post into my clipboard using this tool called Clipboard History Pro. Oh, and I bet now that I'm actually on the right page, you could see this extension. Can you see that? So it's just a little extension called Color Picker. Can you see it? Yeah. So see how this selects any color that I hover over, makes it super easy. If you have a brand binder in place, that's obviously a great idea, but I literally just did this and then I selected that color and I copied it. Okay, then I'm going to come over into InVideo and I'm going to go to these text to video templates. Now, we also have a whole set of templates that we have created for you, but these are awesome also. So I'm just going to use the regular ones from InVideo and I'll show you our templates later. Okay, check this out. I'm going to go for something literally. I'm just going to use my eyes and I'm going to see which of these matches her blog the most. Just to be quick, I'm going to select this one because it kind of looks like contractor-y. It's got buildings and a bridge, right? Now at this point, you want to think about where are you going to be posting this? So I'm going to do this one in this wide template. I could do it as a square. If I did it as a square, it's going to look like this. I could do it vertical. And what's also really cool is I can create it in this wide format, in the landscape format, and then switch it after the fact. So I'm going to create it here first in this wide format. So I'm going to click this, use this template. Oh my gosh, it's so easy. This is so easy. So now I'm going to go back to my clipboard history and I'm going to go to the title. Can you see that? It just has everything I copied right there. Boop. Oh my gosh, right? So good. And what I'm going to do is it says you can copy and paste your story here and we'll convert every sentence into a new scene on your storyboard. Dude, are you freaking out? Because I'm freaking out. So before I actually go any further, let me just talk to you about the process of this. So if you do a live video using maybe Be Live, right? So when you do a live video, when you do a live video, plan out your content so that it's bullet pointed, right? You have these bullet pointed things. You show up, you just teach. And this is for your value videos. We have lots of different types of live videos that we do, but for the value videos, show up, teach with your bullet points, and you can put them right into the agenda inside Be Live, makes it super easy. Then have that video transcribed, turn that transcription into a blog post, And then do this. So easy. So easy. Okay, so now I'm going to take these other little pieces that she had, and this is like our story, right? So I have them all in order here. I'm just going to go copy, and then I'm going to go paste. Then I'm going to go copy. Oops, that's the wrong one. Copy, and then paste. I think I could probably do it without the space in between. Then I'm going to go here. We're going to do this one was next, actually, because I got them out of order. Copy, paste. Jody, are you here? We should find out if Jody's actually here. Then I'm going to go here. I'm going to go copy, paste. Then I'm going here. Okay, so that was the last one that we did. We're right here now. Right? This is good. We got a couple more here. Couple more. Oh, we're at the end. Perfect. Okay. Amazing. Now let's watch and see what happens. Auto suggest images and videos. Add your URL here. Will this work? It says beta. Let's find her URL. Now, what I would suggest if you're going to use a URL like this, I would suggest that you actually shorten it. And in order to shorten it, you want to use something like Rebrandly or Bitly to shorten that link. I personally don't use Bitly because I find that Rebrandly is easier. It's more compliant on Facebook. So many people use Bitly links that it gets a little crazy. So they sometimes flag Bitly links. So we use a tool called Rebrandly for that. Okay, I am making sure I'm checking all your questions. I see them coming through, and I see some more questions about the types of tools that we're using, and I'll come back to that as well. Okay, so here now what I am gonna do, I'm not gonna use this whole entire blog post link because it's a little long to put into a video. So instead, oh my gosh, wait a minute, I haven't done that one yet. I didn't even know this was possible. We're gonna do option 1, and then we're gonna use option 2 in a second. They told me this was coming, and I didn't even know. So in InVideo, you can actually add your URL here, and it will scrape the information from it. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Okay, let's just do this one first. What I am going to do is the very last scene, I am going to put their website there. Okay, let's see what happens. I'm excited. And again, just a little reminder, while it is doing all of this magic, we are using InVideo to make this happen. So I'm going to bring InVideo up into the stream again as well, so that you can see it, and you'll get that link for InVideo down in the chat. And it's so good. It's so good. Okay, here we go. Let's see what happens. This looks totally different from the last time I did it, so I'm so stoked. Okay, and I love like discovering things new with you. What to do when you must resolve conflicts with contractors. And then here, review your contract again. Look at how it's bringing all of these different images in. Make a plan and specify exactly which processes and decisions are the problems, right? It's like showing all these different things, but I think we probably don't want to go with these videos because it's like bringing in Putin, which maybe we don't want in our videos. So I'm going to go back. And since this one is leading with like conflict, we might not want some of these things. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go back. Hopefully this works. Okay, if I go back, I'm not going to auto-suggest images and videos because those were a little too maybe heightened. I think if our content is not quite as conflicty, it may be a little different in the videos that it suggests. Okay, so this should bring in the regular, the background that I had selected initially. Let's see what happens. Oh, maybe it's just not even bringing videos. That's kind of cool. Okay, awesome. And this, like I said, this looks totally different than it had before, which I actually love it because it's bringing in this storyboard idea. So without me doing anything, and we don't want my logo on it, obviously, because I had it set up with my logo on it. We'll remove that in a second. So we're going to hit preview all. We're just going to watch what happens. And I don't even know what music is set here, but what to do when you must resolve conflicts with contractors. Is there volume on it? Let's see. Review your contract again. Oh, I kind of like it. Make a plan and specify exactly which processes and decisions are the problems. Prioritize solutions over blame. Good one. Evaluate the progress made on your agreement. And I like to read things out loud as I'm repurposing them just to like make sure they make sense. Consider further options like filing in a small claims court or with the contractor licensing authority. Contact a lawyer and learn about your options for filing a lawsuit. This is very heavy content that we jumped into right away. And then here I would say, learn more at contractorsrealm.com. Okay, I really obviously just like selected this. So what we're going to do is I'm actually going to click into this edit. I want to make sure that I get that logo because I had it set up. The really cool thing about InVideo is that you can set up your logo ahead of time. So I'm actually going to go here. Let me see if I can just jump in and edit these guys. So I'm going to click edit on this scene. And now right here, this is like the normal editor that we've been talking about here. I had never seen that storyboard version, which is so cool. So here I can just literally click and delete the logo. So makes it disappear right away, right? So easy. Okay. We're going to go to these scenes and now I can go to each of these scenes and I can delete that logo right there. But really what I would do initially is actually go through and delete the logo on your whole entire account if you're doing this for somebody else so that the logo isn't auto added to all these scenes. So I'm just going to hit save just to have this one ready to go here. I'm not going to take the time to go delete that logo on everything. I will do it later so that I can give this to Jody, but I'm going to show you how you can come back in here to your profile and right here, you can delete the logo. So I'm just going to delete this right now so that it doesn't add it to anybody else's stuff. But if I wanted that logo to be added automatically to everything, I'm just going to upload it right back to there, right? Okay, so far, do you see how easy that was? Oh my gosh, thank you. I didn't realize that I was not in the little box anymore. Thank you. Thank you, Robin. Because I had brought that other thing up. Okay, do you see how easy that was? Like literally. That was like the easiest thing ever. And I don't know Jody, I don't think. Obviously, I did not know that content. And it was so easy. All right, so let's move in to another version of the easiest content repurposing ever, like ever in the world. And I'm going to pull one. Let me show you. I'm going to do Kevin's. So Kevin actually has a YouTube video that he shared with us. We're going to bring this up into the screen. Now, there's a couple things that you can do with this. It's obviously a little easier to be able to repurpose a video if you already have the video like downloaded where I could then chop it and upload it. Or if you went live right within Be Live, because you can edit your videos from inside Be Live and then upload them into InVideo. So before we jump into Kevin's video here, I'm actually going to show you how we can do that right inside Be Live. Also, I just have to like thank you for this collaborative process because usually I am the prepared performer who has all my stuff like so, you know, prepared, but this is fun. So thank you for letting us workshop this together. Okay, so if we're in the Be Live studio here, and please, oh, Kim, I saw you had a question. So Kim, I messed up. I'm already in Be Live. This is like, watch Molly screw it all up. So what I just did is I accidentally opened the Be Live studio, which I already had open. So then it was hearing itself talk back to itself. So what I was trying to do was show you the actual behind the scenes, like the editing thing. And I brought in my own broadcast and then it was like all craziness broke loose. So let's fix this. Sorry. So here, this is what I wanted to show you. And Kim is asking what we use to transcribe. So a couple of things. I'd say the easiest thing to use that you can actually get, I believe, 600 minutes for free. You can get a lot of minutes for free is otter.ai. Otter.ai will transcribe your videos. If you're following, like Kim, in Camera Confidence, which I know you're a member in there, the way that we teach it inside Camera Confidence is that you do a speedy recap at the end of your videos. And this has been a way to save money on the transcription. So if you do a little recap of your videos at the end where you just kind of run through the bullet points, you can just transcribe that recap section. Totally saves so much time and money. And then that recap, excuse me, that recap section can actually be your blog post that you then repurpose within video into a video. So good, right? Oh my gosh. Okay. I love it. I love it. I love it. Before we jump into Kevin's video and I show you this magic with Be Live, I'm going to check and see if there's other questions. Okay. If you have other questions, let me know because I'm here ready to look at your questions, ready to answer them because this is workshoppy. And I'm going to send Jody that video as well, which will be fun. Okay. So if we go to, now this one I'm actually doing live right now, so it's not going to work on that one. But if I go to the video, let's say I want to go to the video that I did with, let's go to the one I did with Danny. I can click edit broadcast and it takes just a little bit of time to actually, bring to process the video. So it'll process it. But let me tell you what happens after this video is processed is bananas, like amazing. So you're going to freak out when you see this. And this is not something that I can actually do for your videos because I'd have to log into your Be Live account. But I just want to show you that this is possible before I jump into doing some awesome stuff with Kevin's video next. And just as a reminder, I'm going to give you that little content repurposing guide in the chat again. And if you, while this is processing, and if you want a reminder for our next live show, make sure you give us the word remind me below this video, all one word, and we will reach out via messenger to make sure that you get that reminder. So I'm going to put that across the bottom there too. Okay, while this is processing, I'm going to come back to that. Let's go to Kevin's show and we're just going to look and I'm going to do some exploration here. So it's called The Cat Show. And Mr. Meow is Kevin and he interviews the author of Date to Find Your Soulmate, which is so good. So what I did earlier, I did watch like 30 seconds of this intro. So let's just watch part of this intro and I'm going to show you how you can repurpose this into a video, another video, like a short little snippet video. Okay, ready? Oh, let's listen to it too. Hold. Wait, I want you to see the intro because it's funny. Can I play it?
Give me a C. Meow. Give me an A. Meow.
And I'm going to take some screenshots while we're doing this.
Meow. What does that spell? That spells cat. And we'd like to welcome you to the Cat Show with Mr. Meow, as he more than scratches the surface with creative and analytical thinking that is, rolling around in our brains each and every day.
Okay, creative and analytical thinking. Is that what we're talking about, Kevin? Is that where this comes from? Okay, and what I would love you to do at the end of these videos is to write down like one quote from your guest. So if you have, now what looks really cool here is that you can see when I scroll on the bottom of this, do you see how I can actually find, like down on the bottom left-hand side, let me make sure that you're seeing this thing. Okay, down on the bottom left-hand side, you can actually see the video changes, right? So that helps me to be able to know when there's text brought up on the screen, when something interesting has happened, like he's written here.
Book. But what makes you the expert in the field for the book? Why should someone read your book?
Because I have been in the trenches myself.
Okay, so I can go through this video and I can pull out little quotes. What makes it a little easier is I can actually scroll through and find different moments inside this based on just like literally scrolling through. Another thing that I love to do with that, in addition to actually coming up with quotes and things like that, let's see if there's something here.
As a person,
let's see.
Not dwell.
There we go. We got a quote. We got a quote.
Is to not dwell on the past. Like everyone's made dating mistakes.
See, these little moments are going to be helpful for us. So here in the description, Kevin, it'd be super helpful for us in the repurposing process if there was more of a description. So I had information to actually pull on with doing this, right? Which I didn't give any sort of clarification on how y'all needed to do that. But it'll be really helpful for me in the repurposing. The more that you can have more information in there, the better. Okay, I'm going to come back to that in just a moment, but we're going to go over to this Be Live screen and I'm going to show you what happens after the video. Oh my gosh, I think my computer is just doing so much. It's like working so hard. We're almost there. And this is going to be really awesome for you to see how easily you can find those little snippets, because I've noticed whether it's you editing these videos or it's your team member editing these videos, deciding which pieces to actually repurpose it can seem very difficult at first. And that's why, like Kevin, it's great that you're bringing things up into the screen that show us that there's a little change happening. So that's awesome. So here we're almost 99%. Here we go. Okay, now watch what happens in this video. What I can actually see here at the bottom of the screen. Do you see at the bottom of the screen? I can actually go to these different points and it's going to show me this is when I brought text up on the screen. Another one right there. Like I can go to these little points here and it'll show me moments where there was maybe a comment. Let's play it right there. An intuitive pattern. Hold on. So it's showing me right there that I brought that text up on the screen. That's what these little things are showing me, which makes it so easy to be able to drag this and then trim off part of your video, which you can then either download right like that and upload it into InVideo to make another little mini size video, or you can actually add text right on top of it here within Be Live, which is so cool, right? Oh my gosh, it's so awesome. There's different things here you can see on the bottom. It's showing you when the guest is on the screen. So if I want to go to the guest being full screen, I click here and it's going to show me as when the guest comes on, it's going to show me these different things here. Comment on the screen. That's what these little guys right here are, these little purple things. So if I go there, you can see I brought a comment up into the screen. It's all letting me know when these moments happened during my live video, which is setting me up to be able to repurpose it even more effectively. That's so good, right? All kinds of stuff you can do with that. Okay, now I don't have obviously the ability to do that with Kevin's. So what I'm going to do is, Kevin, I'm going to go through this and I'm actually going to make, this is another version of repurposing. I'm going to make a little intro video for you with InVideo. So watch this. If I come back into create, it's going to be so fun. And I'm going to go into the pre-made templates and I'm going to write intro video. And then here I have already from this show, I screenshot his little thing in the beginning so I can actually bring that in. Now your team member would already have all of your assets, which would make it a little easier, right? But what I'm going to do is I'm going to find something that looks kind of fun, like whoops, that's the wrong one. Sorry. Fun and cartoony, like this guy with his little glasses, right? And I can also do like podcast because you've got a little mic there. So let's see what happens when I type in podcast. Oh, like this guy. So I'm going to select this, which will have that little mic. We're going to use this template and I'm actually going to do a vertical story video for you to be able to send people back to this interview. Use this template. Ta-da. Okay, now here, super easily, all I'm going to do is I'm going to take over here on the left-hand side, I'm going to upload media. I'm going to upload that screenshot that I just took. Here we go. Right? While that file is uploading, I am going to make sure that I delete my logo, which is already in there again. And let's see if my logo is on every one of these scenes. It is. Can I turn my logo off across all things? I don't know if I can. I might have to go through and delete it on each one. I'll figure that out for our next time. Okay, I'm going to come back to this intro here and I'm going to grab this guy, this little cat guy, and I'm going to bring him right into the scene. Hold on, where did he go? Boop. I just click on him and there he comes. Now I'm going to show you here how we can edit this actually in here. So over on the right-hand side, you're going to see different layers. So you can see when I click on the layers, it highlights the actual text in the actual video that we're creating. So you can either click here on the right to do some editing on this and then click the editing button, or I'm actually going to delete this text because I just want to put my cat video, my cat image over it. I'm going to do this, this, and then I'm going to take this layer, which is that cat image, and I'm going to bring that cat image to the front of the screen. So back over here, I'm going to come down where this image is. I'm going to the layers section, and you can see this is highlighted and it has that cat image highlighted. If I click on this one, wait, let me see. Oh, did I add 3 of them in there? No. Okay, I'm going to take this and I'm going to move it up on the screen. Now, one thing that's a little tricky is this text box and the square shadow box are locked. So I'm going to unlock them so I can move them back on the layers. I'm clicking unlock right here, and then I'm clicking unlock on here. And now I'm able to move this media image to the front in the layers. Is this helpful? Because I don't usually I'm like teaching very bullet pointed, but I think it's actually kind of good for you to see how to troubleshoot it on the fly, just like learning out loud with me. Let me know if this is helpful. And Kayla, I love you. Hello, you wee leprechaun. Good to see you. Okay, so here, I'm bringing that image now into the front, right? And I can scroll it up here. I did add it in there twice. So I'm going to get that other one and delete it. And all I have to do is hit delete and it goes away. Ta-da. Okay, now I've got the little cat show here. Now, I didn't get any information from Kevin on what his colors were or any of that. So if I wanted to do something that matches that little cat color, again, super easy. I'm going to go to this color picker and I'm going to slide this over that green. I select that green. And then I'm going to come back into, oops, I want to close that. I've copied it to my clipboard. I'm going to go into change project colors, and this teal, I'm going to go to custom, and I'm going to change this teal into this green so that it matches the cat's sweater. I mean, you just never know what's going to happen here. Okay, look at that. Now it totally matches, right? It's so good. Okay. Awesome, Jane, thank you. Jane says she learns better this way. Amazing. We're mixing it up around here. Okay, so now here, I can actually then, I'm gonna go back and I'm just gonna play this scene. If I wanna play just this scene, I hit play scene. If I wanna play the whole entire thing, I hit play all scene. Okay, watch. I'm gonna play just the scene. There's music on it too, I believe. Okay, that's all that scene was. So we're actually going to add some animation into this. So if I click on this image and I'm in this edit section here, right? So see at the top where it says edit and layers, I'm in the edit section. I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to go to image animation. So this image animation, you can see coming in, there's no animation. When it's in place, it actually has zoom in when it's in place. And then when it's going out, there's no animation. So I'm actually going to add, and knowing Kevin just a little bit, I know he's like kind of playful and likes to incorporate music into what he's doing. So Kevin, I'm going to make this, I'm going to spiral it in a little. So down now here, I can go and I can find all of these different types of animations. So you'll see at the top, and I'm going to scroll in on this, zoom in on it because I've used this part a lot, but I want to make sure y'all know what this stuff does. So as you're scrolling down, right, you can see that it says, right now I've selected none, but there's these different categories: shift, slide, blur, and I know there's one that's kind of like a spin. So bounce could be fun. Ooh, let's use bounce. So this is going to bounce in. Watch what happens now when I play this scene. That's kind of fun. There's a little animation there, right? And then it also very slowly is zooming in. Watch it again. You can see that it's zooming in. It's very subtle, right? Okay. So now what I'm actually going to do for this, I'm going to create this as something that you can use for your Instagram stories. And then in Instagram stories, you're able to add little gifs and stickers and things on top of it. So this way it's a template that you can, I'm actually going to move this a little higher in the screen. That will give you more room to add the actual information about the show. Let's make this a little bigger here. Oh my gosh. Now you're going to be able to add, when you do your Instagram story, you just add on top of this. So basically we're creating a template for your announcement of your podcast or for the repurposing of your podcast. So just to show you like the way my brain works and why I love repurposing so much is I can use in video and make this a little lower so it doesn't go out of the frame. I can use in video to be able to create this template that I have saved on my phone. And now, Kevin, you have 4 bullet points, or at least 4, because we got up to the 4th one. You have a bunch of different bullet points that were highlighted in your interview with her. The next image in your Instagram story can be the first bullet point. And you could create that as a whole video that you have on InVideo as a square or as a vertical, as a landscape video, or you can just type on Instagram the little tips, like tip number 1, blah, 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 tip number 2, blah, blah, blah. And then you create this as the intro. This is like a really good idea, just so you know. This is the intro of it. And then we say, so I'm actually like, there's all these other tips in here on podcasting and such. You could take this. Let's do 2 different versions. I'm going to do one where I remove the text on this because I don't actually know what your tips were, right, Kevin? You could do this and maybe put a picture of her in there. But now there's all these options for you to fill in text on your Instagram stories. I'm also going to remove the logo because we don't need my logo on your thing. Right? You can, what did I just do? You can plop your own logo over that wherever you want. And then here, the final one is the call to action to go watch the full episode. So here I would write like, what's it called? Cat show, watch. Now that makes it like too small. So watch more. And I'm going to make this a little bigger so that the text is a little bit bigger. Oh, it's so easy. All I have to do is, just make that expand it. The CAT show. And then here, I can even add our little guy back in there. And again, in the layers, once you get used to it, like you can just bloop, 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 right? But I can take this media piece down here and I can bring it up to the top so that it's on top of everything else. I'm going to delete the logo again. It's literally just drag and drop. I bring the cat show right there. And then, come on, I just want to scroll that down. And then here, I can type in your thing, whatever if you create that rebranded link, it's really, really awesome to do that. So for me, I would put like molly.live, and I bought molly.live because it's short. So for all of my videos, I'm using something really short that I can put it in a story like this. I'm just going to delete that and let you write your own thing over there, right? So good. Okay, last thing I'm going to show you how to do is I'm going to show you how to edit the actual music here as well. Okay. Yeah, I'm so glad. Okay, this is so good. And I'm going to hide my little crawler here. Very helpful, very helpful. I love it. Okay. Before I show you how to change the music, for those of you that are just joining us, this is kind of a different type of video that we aren't used to, which is so fun. And I am going to show you, how you can get this tool. So InVideo is the tool that we are using right now. And if you go to molly.live/InVideo and you use the code Molly50, you will be able to actually get 50% off of an annual membership, which is literally just the price of a couple of cups of coffee. So good. And let me show you one other thing. If you want to read an entire training on how to do this. It's a full blog post on how to do this.
Oh, I can't find my little forward button. Where did it go?
How crazy. Okay. I'm going to share with you in just a moment. Oh, it's right here. Nope. I'm going to share with you in just a moment, actually, how you can get access to our full repurposing guide and information about how you can get Be Live, which is how we're making all of this happen right now, which is so good. Isn't it so fun? Okay. It's so fun. All right. So I'm going to swap myself out again. down here so you can see a little bit more. And I'm going to show you how to do the audio. So the audio down here, it's called Finding Me. You can see that. If I click on it, it brings me over here to the right and lets me see that I can actually trim and loop it. I can change the volume, which is something that I just learned about in another video that I was creating. Can be super helpful. You can fade in and fade out, but I'm going to show you how to completely change the audio. So over here on the left, there's a music section. You click on music, and I'm going to do something that's a little like maybe fun. Let's see. How about some blues? I like blues. Let's see what this is. I'm just playing. Kevin, what do you think of that music? Let's try it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, I'm going to click on here, the 3 dots right there. Those 3 dots, any sort of tool that you're using, man, those 3 dots are like the best friend, right? The 3 dots are the 3 lines, which are known as the hamburger menu. Those are like your best friend. So we are, I love it. I love it. I love all your questions and comments here. We're going to replace the music. So I'm going to replace it right here. And another thing that I love about InVideo is the way that they have information that we can add this stuff before the track. We can add it after the track. Like it just gives you these different options. So I'm going to replace the music. It's going to do its little magic. Warning, this will replace the music in the project. Yes. Okay, now we're going to watch the whole thing together. And I just want you to imagine Kevin's tips from his video being placed over this when he loads this into Instagram stories. Ready? That feels like a little hard rock for us. Oh my gosh, these blues ones are like very bluesy. I guess funk is usually more of what I go with. Let's try some jazz. And all of these songs are, oh, look at that. All of these songs are very much free for you to use. So they're all royalty free, which is awesome because then you can use them without getting into trouble or any of that. Kevin, I'm going to try just to like, oh, what's this? Bumpers and stingers? Let's try it. Okay, I'm going to try one more song before we actually wrap this one up. And I am going to do, oh, they have sound effects too, which is so good. Let's do kids and family and just see what happens with our little cat there. This actually feels better to me. Okay, I am going to make the executive decision that we're doing this one because it's more fun. Yes, please. We don't need hard rock on the cat show. Okay. Awesome. Perfect. So now what we're going to do next, we've got this all set up here. Kevin, you can go in and change out the photos or anything like that. And another thing that you can do is you could crop this on your side and only use the first piece and the end piece. So from here, now we're done. We're going to go to download and share. And I love using these in a way that I can add to them. They become this foundational template. My goal is to templatize as much as possible so that we get more time with our friends and families, right? More time to go play cards. I don't know. Okay, so now I'm going to hit that and it's going to start processing it. Oh my gosh, it's so easy. It's just going to process it here. Then I download it and I send it to Kevin. Perfect. Oh my gosh. Okay, so for today's show, we got through 2 pieces of content. I'm going to show you really quickly how to do one of my favorite things on how to repurpose, which actually is creating a GIF. And this GIF can be loaded into Tenor, Giphy, and become searchable. You also can upload your GIFs straight into InVideo and use them in InVideo. You also can upload them straight into Be Live. So this is going to be super quick, and I'll tell you the tool that I use to do this. I am going to go full screen for a moment while that's processing. And I'm going to let you know that I'm going to show you how I use GIFs actually in my videos with Be Live. So watch this. Ready? Ta-da! So this is a GIF, and inside Be Live, it says upload media. You can actually upload GIFs there. So you can upload GIFs not only into the regular media section, you can upload them into the live sales section, which, just as a reminder, what happens when you load things into the live sales with Be Live is it will automatically send the link out into your comment section. So today I'm streaming live on my business page, which is the Prepared Performer, on my YouTube channel, which is also the Prepared Performer, and we're cross-posting onto the Be Live page. So for this video right now, the pieces that are coming straight from Be Live are going to my business page and my YouTube channel. So it automatically, without me doing anything, it shared this link into the chat. You also can do it here. Yes, and thank you, Kevin. Don't forget to describe. It shared it into the chat, both on YouTube and on Facebook, without me having to do anything. Amazing. And ta-da, right? Okay, so I love bringing GIFs into my videos, but a lot of times people are like, how do you create all of those? And I'm going to show you right now. And it's so cool. So here is what you do. I'm going to go to my friend Larry. He actually gave me a video that is the intro for his upcoming podcast. He shared this below, wanting to have this edited on the fly. And I'm going to pull it up right now. Hold on. Okay. So I'm going to screen share this with you. Larry is awesome. He is also a swing dancer like I am, which is super fun. So we're just going to watch a little moment of this video from Larry. I'm going to bring it up into the screen. We're exactly at 11. I'm going to go just a few minutes over today to show you how to do this. So I'm going to, oh, Mahoney, get it together. Okay. Click the right buttons. Okay. So here, this is going to show you his video on YouTube. We're going to do this. Let's make it, can you see it if it's full screen?
You poured months into creating your online course, shared it with the world, and had the greatest of expectations. Yet after launch, the results are not what you expected, leaving you disappointed and possibly thinking to yourself, am I even good enough? Sound familiar? Listen, my friend, you are not alone. My name is Larry Peacock, and I'm on a mission to help course creators.
Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a moment. My favorite thing to do is to find a moment where you want to think of when you're searching for GIFs in Messenger, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, wherever it is, and text message. When you're searching for GIFs, you're usually searching for some sort of message that you want to send to somebody. So the message, oh, whoa, my end video is done. It's playing automatically. That happened to me on a call the other day and I got so freaked out. Okay. So you're going to think of like a message that I could send from this would be, you are not alone. Right? And I can turn that into a GIF. So I'm going to go back to that moment. It was before he said this. Listen, my friend, you are not alone. We're going to go back right there.
Not alone. My name.
Oh, I got to go back a little further. Okay, ready?
Listen, my friend, you are not alone.
That is going to be such a good GIF. Okay, so watch what we're going to do. And I have two tools that I use to do this. And this is something that I can then bring into my videos with InVideo or Be Live. So I actually use a tool called Giphy Capture, and it's only for Mac. So if you're not on a Mac, there is another one called Chrome Capture that is an extension and it works just as well. I just happen to like Giphy Capture better. So you know what I need to do? I have to show you my entire desktop. Ready? I'm going to remove this. I'm going to screen share my whole desktop and it's going to look crazy, but it's going to be worth it. Okay, my entire screen. Here we go. Bringing it in. All right. So now I am over here. Do you see this little thing right here? This is Giphy Capture. So I'm going to pull this into the YouTube video up here, and I'm going to drag Giphy Capture over the top of this. Now, if you're like, whoa, Molly, you have showed me so many things today. I have a course on how to do this. It's called Content Repurposing Magic. It's like super affordable, crazy banana pants, and it's in the founding member stage still. So give me the word magic if you don't have access to it, because I can get you in on the founding member rate if you want to like know how to do all of this in depth. But for right now, we're going to do this. Okay. So I scroll and I put this over the image that I want to actually grab. Be careful because you don't want to grab extra stuff. It's what's ever underneath this green bar. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to back this up just a little bit and I'm going to start playing before I start the recording on here. So I'm going to bring this here. Oh, well, hold on. Larry King. Larry King. I just called him Larry King. What is happening? I got to go back a little further. Sorry. Larry Peacock. What is happening? Oh, Larry King. Okay. Oh my gosh.
You are not alone. My name.
Hold. Silence. This is such a short video. Okay. So I'm scrolling back a little further. I am going to push play. And then I'm scrolling this down. Ah! Record. I didn't get the whole thing in there. The pressure is like on with you watching me. So let's try this again. Hold on. Oh, that brought in another GIF. We're gonna try this again. I'm gonna move it back further to the beginning. And what I usually do is I just play it a little before and I make the GIF of the whole thing. You know what's confusing me is this bar on the bottom that he has edited over it looks like the YouTube bar, but it's actually not. It's his own edited bar. Okay, so we're going to put it right there and I'm going to hit record. Now it's actually recording this video into a GIF. I'm going to stop the recording right here. You are not alone. Okay, now watch down here. I can open up this little section, this little guy right here. I'm going to make it bigger. Oh gosh, I just closed it. Oh my gosh, where did it go? Hold on. It's going to be saved there. This tool is obviously hard for me to show you in a video. I have a whole training on how to use it, which I should have gone with that, I suppose. Okay, let's clean this up just a little bit. So I am going to close this sharing of the whole entire desktop because it looks crazy. And then I'm going to bring up just that screen. So give me one moment and your mind is going to be blown, I promise. So I'm going to open up an application window, which is going to be the Giphy capture. Okay. So now here, bringing this into the stream. Here we go. Ready? Much better. Okay. Now with Giphy capture, what happens is I can actually edit this and I'm going to make this smaller on my side so I can see what's happening. Okay. I can't believe I do all of this with only one screen. I have no like dual monitors. All right. So here I'm going to make this smaller and there's no sound on it. It's just a GIF and I am going to scroll over. Am I good enough? Sound familiar? That's the part right after that. We want to get to this. Right there. Listen, my friend, you are not alone. You are not alone, right? And then I'm going to just scroll here. I kind of like it with just the you are not alone. I think it's really clear. You are not alone. That's like a good message to have just anywhere on the internet. Right? So I'm going to take this and now when I am here, I can actually download it and save it to my computer. Then I can upload it into a tool like BeLive. I can also straight from Giphy capture, upload it into Giphy and I would then download it and also upload it into Tenor. What happens with this is your GIFs are then searchable across the internet. This is so powerful. So every single video that I do at least 1 to 3 GIFs from every single video. And we don't hold any attachment to it. We just find little moments that are shareable like this. We have one that had it had me saying, that does not work. On Christmas Eve, that GIF was shared over 65,000 times. At this point, I believe it's probably over 75,000 times. What of my face? So crazy. So this is like just an amazing way to repurpose things in general. And I'm going to show you then also how you can bring it into, I'm going to say, Larry, you are, Larry, you are not alone. And I have a whole folder that's just for my gifts on my computer. And I am going to show you, you can put this straight into your video. This is how we'll end today. Or you can also, oh, did I just freeze completely? I think I'm bending time and space. I'm doing way too much on my computer at one time. My poor computer is like, what have you done to me? So we're going to take this part out. Perfect. I close that. And then I am going to go into the media section of Be Live. I'm not going to show you how to do it right now just for time, but I'm going to go into the media section and I'm going to upload this GIF as if it was a photo right into my Be Live dashboard. Now here, are you ready? Okay. Check this out. It's uploading this GIF into Be Live. It's taking a little bit of time because when I saved it, I just realized I didn't optimize it and make it a little smaller. I do like to make them smaller. But another thing that you can do is you can add these into your slideshow presentations. So coming up next week, I'm going to be doing a masterclass, and you'll notice in my masterclass, I have loads of my own GIFs in my slideshow, which then again, just reinforces your brand because your face is more important than your logo. Okay. Okay. So the tools that we've used today, I see your question, Greg. So we're using a couple of tools. We're using, for the GIFs, yes, what Jane said is true. We are using Giphy Capture. It's cool. And it's with a PH, Giphy Capture. Get in there, and then I can bring it up on the screen. Okay, look, it's here. Are you ready? Okay, I'm bringing it into the screen. And then my little secret is I put myself on solo mode, and I'm going to hit solo mode on Larry's GIF, and you'll know. You are not alone. You are not alone. You are not alone. So good, right? And now Larry can then use that in other things. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, we got through 3 different people's submissions here. This is something that I also may in a couple of weeks just do on a Saturday, like hang out with y'all and just make some just repurpose things because I think it's fun to show you how to do it. And I want to remind you, if you are looking for the tools that we mentioned today, I do have a full guide written up. I'm going to bring that up into the screen. Oh my gosh, do I have it? I do. Ready? It is the ultimate guide to repurposing content. So this ultimate guide to repurposing content walks through a lot of the pieces that we talked about today and how to set things up so that it's easier for you to repurpose in the long run. Also, my favorite tools for making this happen. Oh, that's actually, if you wanted access to our, I did that on accident. If you wanted access to our content repurposing course that walks you through everything step by step, it is still in the founding member rate. You can get that. I put that in the chat as well. And then the tools that we love are in video. If you use the code Molly50, it'll tell you when you go to that link. If you use the code Molly50, that will help you to be able to get 50% off of the annual membership. And Be Live. We love Be Live. So if you go and sign up for Be Live, you can get a free trial for this link, but you also can get 30% off if you use the code Molly. Just Molly. Oh my gosh. Awesome. This was so fun. Thank you. Oh my gosh. So good. Shannon says, oh, I got my selfie light. Thank you so much. So we didn't do a nugget giveaway today, Shannon. I was so focused on making sure that we had all this tech stuff going because I was sharing like 15 different screens at once. So next week, I'll make sure that we do a nugget giveaway too. This has been so good. Thank you so, so, so much. I love being here with you, helping you to unlock your inner awesome and elevate it with the magic of live video. And just so you know, I'm here every Monday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific using Be Live. We actually offer a free dance class to our community. What? I decided I wanted to move more. And so I asked my friend Tim if he could come and gift us with a free dance class. And it is so good. So we do that every Monday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific. And then it's a great lunch break if you're on Eastern time. And then we're usually here most Wednesdays at 10 a.m. bringing you strategies that help you to grow and monetize your visibility using live video, organic social, and automation, like the tools that we've shared with you today, in order to drive more human connections. So good. All right, we'll see you soon. And reach out if you need more support. So good. I love it. Okay, and there are several of you here who are in our Sales Star program, which starts today. I'm so excited. I'm going to see you in about 15 minutes. So just know this is going to be the best day ever. And if you want more help with your sales, give me the word sales because we will reach out. Okay. I'm going to see you soon. Hooray. Luann, so good to see you too.